Fire.
What's up, anyone watching?
Hi.
Happy birthday, Grey Man, if you're still there.
Grey Man, you old bastard.
It is part 2 of bagging and boarding. So we're going to see how long it takes today.
Are you trying to make up? Are you trying to make up for Lee missing me always on the thumbnails?
Yeah, no, that was just there was a weird gap in the picture, so I want to cover it up with something. So your face is all I had. So
yeah, I'm good for a gap filler.
Hey, Gray, check your messages, mate. I sent you a message before on Facebook.
Maybe it's partying on
you Aussie slag.
Yeah, happy birthday, Grey Man.
Yes, happy birthday.
You pommy git.
You probably get.
He gets
Grey Man's gonna get loaded today. He parties hard, Grey Man.
Yeah, same.
What am I going to run out of first, bags or boards?
Are you bagging and boarding too?
Yeah,
excellent.
That's what I said. That's what I said to you. I said, "You bloody." I was literally. I got home and I'm like, because that's what I've been doing now. I've just been doing random lives for new, like when I pick up from Mark, because it's always a decent stack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. So there's my stack.
Nothing on mine, but
pretty decent for only one though. 1 month.
Yeah.
Just put them to your iPad.
I think I accidentally picked up doubles.
What are these?
How many? They're my books that I played on. What's it called? Cover Slingers the other night.
Oh, how'd you go with Cover Slingers?
I came second last, only to Grey Man. He always comes last.
Because Grey Man always comes last.
Yeah.
What was couldn't Matilda go on?
Matilda was apparently sick, but she wasn't sick enough to not be in the chat, giving us.
Yeah, I saw the chat bit. Yeah,
she was giving scores. I was like, wait, Matilda, if you were on the show right now, you'd be given 10s, but because you're in the chat, you're giving everyone crap.
Yeah. Oh, that's my sticky. There we go.
So we finally caught up on all our Marvel shows.
What, all of them?
Have we watched them all?
Moon Knight.
Oh, actually, except for Moon Knight, yeah. So we watched Hawkeye. I thought Hawkeye was one of the best ones.
Hawkeye wasn't too bad, actually. I didn't mind Hawkeye.
I think Hawkeye I reckon it was probably my favorite one.
You've watched WandaVision, you've watched Loki.
Yep. Yeah, we've watched Loki recently, yes.
We watched Winter.
No, I watched Winter Soldier.
I watched the first episode and I was like,
trash. That was probably the most boring, I think. I just didn't care.
It was okay. It wasn't brilliant, but it was okay. It had its moments.
I'm not hating She-Hulk, which apparently everyone hates.
Yeah, why does everyone hate She-Hulk?
I like it.
Yeah, I think
I'm enjoying it too. Haters just gotta hate. People gotta bitch about something all the fucking time.
Yeah, I'm even if the whole community hates something, if I still like it, I'll still say I like it. I don't.
I gotta say, you are probably the only person I've heard say that they like Morbius.
Yeah, I enjoyed Morbius.
Sarah saw that in the cinemas by herself. Did you make it through to the end?
Yeah, but I was kind of glad I didn't. The end credit scene started, and I was like, I don't give a shit, and I left. But I was really glad that I was the only one in the cinema when I was watching it, because half of it I just couldn't focus on because it was so. I just wasn't enjoying it, so I was on my phone.
I suppose that's kind of cute.
I love that cover. That was an expensive cover buy for me.
Yeah, because it's a square bound book.
Yeah, that's the problem when sometimes I cover buy. Like I'm normally better at it now as far as
sometimes.
Like, but no, I'm saying like when you cover buy and then you go to pick them up and you're like, I remember cover buying this, and you pick it up and it's a square bound book and you're like, oh, it's $9.99.
That's why you look at the price when you order it.
Now I do
like $20.
I'm a bit more conscious.
It's crazy. You can get a
trade. They're a lot harder to bag and board too, even in Silver Age.
BCW bags.
Oh, well, I've got the Ultra Pro B. Yeah, I think I might start getting BCW and just ordering from the site.
Yes to the BCW boards, no to the BCW bags, because it's crap for normal size comics.
It's exactly the same.
I've got no dramas with the Silver Age stuff. And it's funny because I was talking to because obviously Beck was with me as well when we went to see Mark, and I find it how even you guys said how expensive these new bags and boards are that Mark gets.
Mm-hmm.
But when I said to Sarah as well, I said, but the crates, like they're getting like the BCW crates, but they're like half the price of the BCW ones.
Oh, so has he got them in? What do they look like?
No, he hasn't got them in yet. But apparently some guy came and bought all of them. Your camera's gone all shitty.
Yeah, it just dropped down.
I don't understand why.
Chill out, bruh.
Apparently, some guy came in and like bought 1 or 2 of them and then loved it and came back and ordered another 7 more.
Jesus.
So Beck says, well, do you want to order it just to try one? And I'm like, well, if it's because the BCW ones are like $80 or something now. They're ridiculous. But these ones are about $40. So I'm like, we'll give it. So Beck goes, we'll order 2, give it a try.
I wouldn't mind trying one. Although he's got a couple of picture boxes at the moment which look good. There's a death metal one, which looks cool. What was the other one? There was like a Marvel.
Spider-Man.
Was it the Spider? Yeah, the Spider-Man one's not bad either. It's got Spider-Punk in it. I think that's why I like it.
Yeah, I was thinking because I asked him, I said, does it hold more than a short box? Because I can't do long boxes in my room. Obviously, you guys have bloody seen my room. You know what it's like. But he said it holds more than a short box. So I'm going to give a couple of tries.
Slightly bigger.
Yeah, it's like, some of those Marvel boxes are bigger than the regular box. They're like about this much longer.
Yeah, see, I've never really looked at any of the picture boxes. Like I've seen them, obviously, but I've never been tempted to buy one.
You should start buying them because you're a Marvel guy.
Yeah, but for the price of one of those picture boxes, you can buy 2.
The other week, because I only had like 1 book last week, or was it this week? I was gonna buy a box, and Mark's like, "Why don't you get one of the picture ones?" I was like, "How much are they?" And he's like, $30. I was like, "How much are the normal boxes?" He's like, 15. It's like, I'll just buy 2 normal boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
But I like because what I do is like, if I get like a Marvel box, I'll know that I'll just put Spider-Man, like my Spider-Man one, I'll just put Spider-Man in there or something like that.
The only problem with that is you try to do that, but then you get a box with not enough books to fill it, and then they all keep falling. I have a very beautiful Spider-Woman Peach Momoko cover that I took out of my Spider-Man shop box the other day when I was sorting out my things, and she was beautifully bent in half.
Oh gosh!
From all the books falling.
Yeah, but you shouldn't. So I don't really have any boxes that are like that. I've got one which has a fairly decent gap in it. So what I did was I scrunched up paper and shoved it in the front, so it would stop it from all falling forward.
Yeah, you really need like even just a thick bit of cardboard or whatever like that, and just sort of wedge it in diagonally, just to keep it.
Yeah, or I remember ages ago I had like just like a spare board that I bent just to give it some thing. But yeah, I think if you just scrunch up paper, put it in front, I've only got 1 box like that doesn't have as too few in there. But yes, hopefully my weekly hauls get smaller and smaller, because last week was just like, I was like, what? Only 1 book.
How much more is in your box?
Well, I will get to a point when I literally every week is small enough where I'm just going to say to Mark, hey, today's the day I'm going to clean up my box. If you're cool with me leaving just a few behind, I just,
Of course it will be.
Yeah, I know it will be. But that's the plan.
And then you'll be stuck with those books till the end of time.
Maybe. But at least I picked up the rest, right?
Yeah, well, it's like those weeks that you do have only 1 or 2 books, then you need to go, okay, well, let me take 3 or 4 out.
Yeah, like, so my haul this week, I didn't have any books. I only had maybe less than 10 books, and most of them were doubles had in there. So, oh, did you get this banger, Simon? Did you get that banger?
Nah, I don't do the figure cover things. I'm not a big fan of them.
But did you just get Iron Cat? You're a fan of cats?
Yeah, I got the Iron Cat series. I ended up with 2 copies of issue 1 because I didn't realize I pre-ordered it with Mark, and then your favorite shop put it in my thing to say, oh, do you think you'd like this, or do you want to order it or whatever like that? And I just said, yeah, whatever like that. And then the next day we went to Mark's, and it's like, oh crap, I forgot I pre-ordered it.
Shit.
So that's all right. When it's $1 million, I'll sell the other copy.
It'd be better if, Iron Cat was like a character, like an actual character, then maybe.
Speaking of books that are worth $1 million, how about 8 Billion Genies issue 2? Hot property. I don't know why.
Oh god.
It was stupid though, because I think it was because of the whole it was actually the other cover that got more hype. But I think it was because they were saying it got optioned, but why wouldn't the first issue be the one everyone wanted to go stupid for?
I thought I heard something about it being like a lower print run or something like that.
Oh yeah, because
issue 2 is always
a lot of people were scrambling for it, and they were like, "No, I didn't get a copy. I couldn't get a copy. All my shops had sold out. I tried to order it online. I couldn't get it, and all this sort of crap." So,
will you finish 7 Secrets before you see Tom again?
Well, when will I see Tom again? So, do you think? So, Matt had a go at me in my last video, in the weekly haul video, because I didn't buy Neverlanders.
Mate, our diamond hasn't come in yet. Hadn't at that point.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
They came in the day after.
That's true. But I was like, well, I'll buy it directly from Tom when I see him at a convention, right? But then I thought maybe not, because his stuff sells out very quickly at conventions.
Send him a DM, be like, "Hey, your best friend, keep on aside."
Well, yeah, no,
XOXOXO.
It's funny actually, because I heard from John, and he said that they'd actually worked out the American distribution, but they hadn't worked out Australian yet. So I was actually surprised to say Mark had it. And then when I was checking my feed or whatever like that, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, they've been able to work out Australian distribution. I think Birthday Grey, how long will I wait this time?
Oh, whoops. So how long have you been there for, Grey?
I just got here.
Happy birthday, mate.
Happy birthday.
Cheers.
Happy birthday, you old git.
Thank you, you koala warrior.
What's the plan for today, Grey?
I go in the pub in about 45 minutes.
Hey.
What time is it there?
It's only just gone midday. It's only just gone 12:15. So
Sweet.
I don't know.
You're late.
It's time to
I
get
got the daytime. There's less queue at the bar. Nothing crazy. Just
Should have
me
been there 3 hours ago.
Nah, just me and my girl and my dad and stepmom. And her dad. That's gonna be it. Just a bunch of old fuckers having a few pints. That's what it's gonna be.
How good's that cover?
What is it?
She-Hulk.
I do. That's the cover that I was looking for on the shelf the other week, but she didn't have it on the shelf anymore. He only had issue 5.
This?
Yeah.
Why did you want this?
Because I wanted to buy it.
This?
Yeah.
You asked me why I bought it. When I bought it, you're like, why'd you buy that? I was like, because it's a cool cover.
I just asked you because we hadn't even. Both of us knew nothing about She-Hulk then. That's why I was like,
wrestling on that cover, or she's not boxing, she's wrestling, isn't she?
Looks more like boxing, but she doesn't have gloves, so maybe wrestling.
Yeah, because remember the Thing used to be a wrestler at one point as well in his own story arc. The Unlimited Fighting League or whatever. He used to be a wrestler.
So much knowledge, Grey.
From what he remembers, anyway.
You live this long, you got to pick up something along the way.
Grey Man's knowledge is out of control with the stuff that he's read.
Sometimes. Sometimes, like the last video I did, I literally couldn't remember this character's real name, and it took me forever to get her. And the next day, it popped in my. Actually, I got to cheat on that one, but it's annoying because the video before I'd mentioned her name about 5 times, and then the very next video I did, I couldn't remember what the character's name was to save my life, and I had a different name stuck in my head, and I couldn't get rid of it. It was annoying.
Are you going to be at the pub all the way through to dinner, or what? What's the?
Yeah, we'll have lunch there. We'll be there for about 3 hours probably. We'll have a few pints and have a bit of lunch, and then I'll come home. Might do a stream, show off my birthday books I picked up, and have a bit of pizza later on or something.
Have you seen Fantastic Four issue 321?
Who's the question for? I have no idea.
321.
That sounds like an old one. That's not a recent one, is it?
That's a 90s.
Yeah.
That's is that the one with is that around the era where Sue Storm becomes Malice?
But she's
Fantastic Four.
Or is that a bit late, or is that 340s?
I
I can't
Miss
remember.
Marvel versus She-Hulk in the showdown of the unknown. The plan and the power. Who is it? What is it? And there's some kind of dragon man or something.
Oh, because it's got She-Hulk and the thing on it. I think that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, so Malice might have been earlier or later.
1988, actually. It's 1988. I'm not sure if I got that one. Let me consult my list. Fantastic.
Wait, so when was it, Gray, that you stopped getting Marvel?
Mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
Yeah, I do have that one.
Do you have like an Excel spreadsheet with all your stuff?
No, I've got a blog.
He's got him handwritten.
I've got a blog page and I've got a few sheets of paper, but yeah. Some Tales from the Greyside blog where I used to put videos and stuff on there. I can't bother with apps that people, you can get apps. It take forever to put it on an app.
Spidey did his whole collection in a week.
Really?
No, 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Was it scanning them all? Or writing them?
Both.
Some of the old ones you can't scan, can you? Some of them you can't scan no barcode. So
what I did is last Christmas, because usually at Christmas time I usually have 2 to 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
So I tried to jump on as many Hangout streams as I could, and I was literally just scanning and putting them all in while I was just doing it a box at a time, sort of thing.
You should be doing sorting out your comic books or just shit talking.
Well,
I can't bother with an app because there's a free app. I tried putting on an old flash, no barcode. Started trying looking it in, and when it showed me the wrong cover when I put it in, I thought I ain't gonna bother with this because this is gonna take forever. And who's to say the app doesn't suddenly say, "Oh, the free version's gone and you now have to pay for it" or something like that? And I thought, I'm not bothering.
Most of them are a paid thing. They're not a.
So I used when I first started collecting. My mate showed me. He pays for it, but there's a free version. It's called Comic Book Price Guide. So I started using that because you can start an account and I'll give you 50 for free. So I just started putting my valuable books in there. But he pays for it and he gets his whole collection there.
Yeah, I ain't gonna pay for nothing just to take away from being able to buy comics. I haven't got enough spare cash as it is. So any spare cash I get, got to go on the essentials, the comic books, not bloody well,
Yeah, there you go. Iron Cat.
Iron Cat.
Yeah, well, they're going to be integrating because I use CLZ, whichever bloody part of the world you want to say it. And they're going to be being integrated with Cover Price soon.
Yeah.
So you're going to actually be able to get like costings and stuff and things like that. But you're going to have to pay additional to get that part. So I'm not too fussed on pricing guides unless I'm actually trying to buy bigger books. But yeah, it might be good if they've got like a sort of downgraded version, maybe for an extra 50 cents or $1 or something like that. I'll probably do it, but if not, I won't bother.
But with CLZ, right? Let's say you've got an entire run. You could just look at that book and can you just select all?
What do you mean by select all?
Like if can you just look up, say, Batman Volume 6, and it brings them all up, and then you just press a button that selects all of them because you've got them all?
I don't know, because I was doing, box per box. So I was like, some of them, obviously, once I got to some of my Spidey boxes.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You've got every ASM book, right?
So I could look at the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually you're either scanning the barcode or you're going to series and then you're clicking on individual issues. But what I was doing is just to make sure I actually had them all. And not miss anything. I was literally like, it'd come up with the page with a list of them, and I was just going click, 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 click,
that's
sort of thing like that.
Yeah.
So, but it's good. It's good for me because then I don't double up, because I hate doubling up.
Yeah, so does this Simon too.
Yeah, I hate doubling up.
Yeah, you only quad up and quin up and.
Yeah, I accidentally doubled up. I bought an annual. I always forget to get the annuals, and so I saw an annual for a run I was getting, and I thought, I haven't got the annual. Have I got the annuals? I can never write them down. I always forget. So I picked up the annual, and I realised when I got home, I've already got. I actually checked my list, and I've already got it. But Simon will appreciate this one. I got a double of the Sideways annual.
Hey,
have you got that one?
I do. Of course, I do. I actually found some random sideways issues in a Mark's Dollar Box the other day.
I'm one issue short of getting the whole run, and I can read it then.
Wait, which one? Which issue?
I don't remember. Let me have a look. I think it's one.
Did I not send you?
You sent me a couple, but just before you was about to send them to me, I actually picked up one myself. Remember? And you was like, "Bugger, I can't send in that one now because he's already got it."
Yeah.
If that rings a bell. So look, sideways. Got to scroll down quite a lot. Oh, number 9 is the only one I need now.
It's an homage cover. To what movie, Mad Spidey?
Jason versus Freddy. Or Freddy versus Jason.
Jason Derulo.
Not that Jason.
Yeah, you got to read Sideways, mate. Oh, it was one of the first. It was the first comic book that I read. Sent chills down my spine. I was like, "Whoa!"
I got a couple of films as well. I've not actually watched them yet, so I still haven't watched Black Widow. And I still haven't watched Multiverse of Madness, so I'll be watching them at some point this week.
I'd be interested to see what you think of them, actually.
Yeah, Black Widow had its moments, but it was a bit of a discombobulated story.
I love Yelena.
Yelena's cool.
She was epic, especially in Hawkeye.
Spoiler alert.
Anyway, but at this point, if you don't know that she's in it, I even knew she was in it before watching it.
Yeah, sometimes people forget. I knew too, but I kind of forgot.
Oh, look, it's Sarah's favorite cover artist.
Oh.
They're just not nice covers.
Is it? What's wrong with the faces?
There's nothing wrong with the faces.
That's right. Nothing at all.
So you say, Simon, the webcam turned up today.
Yeah, so I got home and I saw my door was open slightly. I saw a package. I was like, awesome. I got a package. And then I looked at it. I was like, oh. So yeah, it said it was marked.
I never got a card telling me to pick it up, so that's why it didn't get picked up.
Yeah, see, that's the crap thing. So there was one time Lee sent me a package, and he actually messaged me because he's like, hey, my package showed up today, but you weren't home. So I was like, okay, I'll go to the post office and pick it up. But they didn't actually leave a slip for me. So I was like, if I didn't know that, then that's so crap from the post office to not leave a slip. What are you doing, Gray? You really need that webcam right now.
No, I was covering the webcam because the fan was whirring too loudly on the laptop again, so I was giving it a good smack, and I thought I'd cover up rather than making the webcam jump all over the place.
Oh, we're blessed by the chipster.
All hail.
All hail, Chip for president.
Yeah, so I'll resend it when I get a chance. I've got to really get around to I've got.
Don't worry about it, mate. It's bloody expensive, bloody
How much did it cost to send it to the UK?
It was only like $27. It was cheap.
Compared to is very good to send and
that's cheap. To send it to the US, it would have been like double that.
And the rest.
Even to send express in Australia, it's like $12.
Yeah, that's the thing that's crazy, right? So, like, I'll send something to like Jamie in Sydney.
It'll arrive the next day.
And but it'll be like $12, and I'll be like, what? $12? It's like, I don't understand.
But if it's a comic box, then of course it's going to cost more because it's size.
No, I think it goes up if it doesn't fit through they've got that thing where they have to slide it through, and like if it doesn't fit through that, then it costs you more.
Then it's parcel rate.
Yeah.
It's all done on size as well as weight nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people.
That's why they've that's why they have that sort of thing or whatever like that, because then it's like, okay, well, they can go via normal postie or whatever, and they have those pre-packed ones you can sort of buy, and then they obviously once the parcel goes, then it's got to go by actual Aussie Post courier, and that's when it becomes more expensive.
Actually, Gray, you sell books. How do you package your books? So how do you tell me what you do? You have a bag and a board for the comic?
I've got sometimes. It depends how many they are. To be honest, I've got a few. I picked up a bunch of crappy old balls that I use for bagging. I don't use mine. I don't bloody pay expensive for balls. Sometimes I just put them loose. I don't promise bags and balls to people.
Actually, I'm just thinking. I'm an idiot. You've sent me books before.
Yeah, if it's an expensive book, I'll double bag it, mate. Double board it maybe. Depends. If it's just like 50p £1 book comics like that aren't in bloody great nick, I'll.
But you often.
If it's a big stack, I want to use less packaging because I want to make sure the postage doesn't go over, so it's a bit awkward. So, but yeah, I'll make it so they don't shake around and they're all in a bag at least, even if it is 3 or 4 in a bag,
Yeah, but you also, I just remember when you sent them to me, you put them in a Gemini.
Yeah.
Do you always use a Gemini?
More often than not, yeah, because all the ones that I get sent are in Gemini, so I keep the Geminis and reuse them. Often I use a Gemini and then I wrap it in brown paper as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people here, especially if you pay if I buy something on eBay and the postage is like $3-4, normally what they do is they'll have the comic bag emborded, but they'll literally just slip it between 2 thin bits of cardboard and then shove it in an envelope and then send.
I've had one just a bag and board in a normal envelope, and it was like a 20 quid comic.
Yeah, I've had
the appearance of Star Sapphire, and literally the postman was bending it in his hand as he passed it to me. I was like, "Don't do that, mate!" I took it off him. It was all right inside, but it's quite annoying.
Yeah, I had raw books just in an envelope with nothing in it.
I've never been a condition freak. I just want the comics. You know what I mean? As long as they're not being kicked around the room, I'm not. I'm all right with it. Really, I don't really fuss about a new comic book has to be super pristine and all that. It's not something I've ever thought about. It's only like watching people in the community going on about it. It's even become a thing, really, for me. Can you hear the phone?
You're wearing an Iron Maiden t-shirt.
No, it's actually macabre. It's a homage to the Iron Maiden Killers album.
Yeah.
It's Albert Fish on the front, I think, or Ed Gein. No, I think it's Albert Fish.
Yeah, I just saw the killer and the design of it. And I'm like, that's an Iron Maiden t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly. It's taken off the Iron Maiden, but it's macabre.
I was driving home pretty much just before I got home. So I was putting music on. I just listened to the first track of the new Megadeth album.
Okay. I've seen some people say it's good. Some people say it's rubbish.
I think a lot of those newer albums, a lot of people will say they're good, but they're never there might be a couple of good tracks, but they never hold up long.
I've not liked Megadeth since Holy Wars. That was the last good album they did, and after that, it was crap. So I was concerned. Never be any good after that. Hey, Roger.
Hey.
How old are you today,
whirring, by the way?
Sorry?
Can you hear the fan on my laptop whirring?
No.
Yes.
All right.
I can.
Well, it's only Spidey. I won't worry about it with only Spidey. He can suffer.
How old are you, Gray?
53.
53?
33? You look pretty good for 33.
Yeah, right. No. And another 20. Born in 69, and it's a good year. It's a great year, 69.
Oh, you're a year older than my mom. She was 70.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chip. I sneezed.
Oh, I was just like, hang on, what?
Yeah, I didn't know.
I said it.
Thank you, Simon. I'm just downloading comic books because I don't have any to bag and board, so I thought I may as well update my digital need to read list.
That doesn't have ads, does it? That app?
No.
That's cool. Because you know that website we used to read read comics online?
I'm doing.
It's just constantly porno things coming up on the side.
It's really bad. I use that website at work to read digital comics. It's like the only one. Ads.
I was just going to go through my list and show what I got from Marvel to Man Spidey, but it's not much of Marvel, to be honest. So I've got a Conan.
Yeah, I'm not a big Conan guy. Still cool. Still cool cover though. Oh, like some old Daredevil.
Okay, this is the only Marvel I have on here.
Iron Cat.
Iron Cat issue 3.
Oh, actually, I forgot. I've got some Marvel books put aside for you, Spidey. I had a bunch of free ones that I got from this guy on eBay. He just gave me a bunch of free books, and a bunch of them are Marvel that I didn't really want. So,
cool.
Put them aside for you.
Awesome.
That was it. That's all the Marvels I got.
K Titus.
Whoa.
Hey, Kay.
Dropping stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting some more old Hulk books. Actually, I haven't got many Hulk books.
I've got this stupid thing. Lots amongst the many stupid things that I do. I like to rhyme things. So when it's Ken, I say hey. I say hey Kay, and if it's Simon, I say hi Si. So it's always just a stupid thing. That, I don't know. I always try and.
Your memory's not that bad, Gray.
Oh well, no, but it is actually in certain. It's pretty rubbish in certain things.
Cool.
I got up the other day to do something and immediately forgot what it was I got up for.
64 gig.
You don't need more than 64 gig on a tablet.
Yeah, no, it's also a surprise. Maybe it's all that we had when I bought this for my grandma.
Do any of your stores do this, Gray, where in their back issues they seal them?
What? How? Sellotape or just
like this is from Ultimate
No,
World.
like a poly bag.
Yeah,
or
like they sealed them.
Sealed it, so you have to break it open to get into it.
Yeah, it's annoying. I hate it.
They do it a lot down here.
So it's to protect it it's in back issues.
Well, surely just a normal bag with a bit of tape on it would be most people would be good enough.
Comics R Us is even worse because the comics is it Comics R Us?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're the plastic's like to fit the board, so it's really hard to like cut along the top to open it without like feeling like
this
you're
is
gonna
not
damage.
much better. This is almost the same.
Nah, like
no, because see,
surely that must take them longer to do. Like, well, they got to put like a heat thing on it.
Well, that's actually got a decent amount of gap. Like, I know what Sarah means. Like some of the stores, it's almost like purpose fit.
Yeah.
So you got barely any room to even get like a Stanley knife in there.
Secret HQ. That's what I'm thinking of.
I went to Sarah's favourite shop. I went to a place in space in Croydon.
Hey.
This is a bit annoying. This is a £5, but it doesn't say. There's nothing on the bag saying covers detached. I thought it was a bit off, to be honest. I thought you could sort of say cover detached on there at least, but never mind.
Oh, that was annoying.
Yeah, I forgot my second bag of bags is the resealable one. So you got that bloody annoying little thing that sticks to your fingers. You just can't get rid of it. You sit there going like this.
Yeah.
Most of my collection's in those.
I don't mind using them. They don't worry me using it. It's just that, the little things that you tear off that are annoying.
Yeah, they do get stuck. There's an art to it.
It's called shake your hand until it's numb.
No, you just like you do it and then you just like flick it, but like in a perfect way. Just like Hawkeye flicks the coin.
We should learn how to do that. I saw videos of people doing that Hawkeye thing, and like how people do those trick videos like with ping pong balls and stuff like that. I saw kind of like those, but people
what are you talking about? What part of their body are they ejecting the ping pong balls from?
We watched
Gray's been to Thailand.
We watched the Uncle Roger podcast. I listened to an Uncle Roger podcast or something the other month when he was talking about like going to Thailand and women shooting ping pong balls out of areas.
But you know what? That is part of like if you go to Thailand, that's something you should go see. It's part of their
cultural. Yeah.
No, it is. It's it. No, it's like I'm spewing. I didn't go when I went to Thailand. One of my friends went. And he goes, dude. One of my, Jake. He went with his missus. I think with his missus, and he was just like, I couldn't believe it. He's like, they put a cigarette in my mouth, and then put a dart inside of her, and then she went poof, and like shot the cigarette out of his mouth.
You're joking.
Something like that.
What was the superhero name? Bloody hell.
Thunderclap.
Yeah.
Vagina man.
Oh dear. In chat, come on in chat. Put what that woman's superhero name would be, or supervillain name.
Super pussy.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Oh, hey, Ranger Slide, what's going on? Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Young man.
Young man.
I think Chip's actually older.
Seems like it. He's calling me young man.
He doesn't look older, but I think he actually is older. I think he might be 54 or 55.
Well, you know, after grey, the older you go from grey to white. So maybe. Hey, Rayman. What's up?
Ray. Hey, Ray.
Rayman, grey man.
See, all rhymes. Hey, Ray. Hi, Sly. Come, it's a system.
Fuck, maybe I should crack a beer for you, Grey Man. I've got a couple of beers left in the fridge. Oh man, I got the awesome bottle opener. It's like this thing. Hang on, can I show you?
Is it as good as a wearable bottle opener?
I reckon it's just cool to open. So it's this thing here, right? And all you do is you put it on top of the top, you push down, and then it just lifts up the thing. It's so awesome.
But it's a bit hard to carry around to a pub, though.
I bet the woman with the darts could do that as well, probably.
I happened to buy some beer that actually didn't have twist offs, so kind of worked out that I was able to use it. Check out this beer, Gray. Whack a chain. Check out the art on that.
Whack-a-chang.
Whack-a-changy.
Yeah.
Whack-a-changy. Oh, I couldn't say the end. All I could say was whack-a-chang.
Right, mostly.
It's a comic book. All right, so you just put it on the top, you push down, and it just comes off.
All right.
It's pretty cool. A guy from work, it's a TCL, like the TV brand. One of the reps at work gave it to me. I was like, cool. And then I used it. I was like, that's awesome. Cheers, Gray.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Oh, it's good.
Drinking all by your lonesome.
I bought a 6-pack earlier in the week, and
I'm just drinking coffee.
I don't have anything.
I think we do. I have an empty cup. Empty cup, but what an awesome cup. Wow, yeah.
Have a great, amazing day.
Have a great, amazing day. Exactly.
What do with these? Do I put these in there like that? Yeah.
Looks like I'm going to run out of boards before bags.
Yeah, how weird is that? Last time I did this. So the first time I did this,
Pretty common.
Is it?
Yeah.
So the first time I did this, I went through
made.
all the 100 boards, and I had, I think, about 8 bags left over. So I was like, okay. And then last time I did this, I think I ran out of
front and back.
It was the other way. I ran out of bags, and I think I had 1 or 2 boards left last time.
Yeah.
I know. I've had it's like an open. I had maybe half a dozen in one pack of bags. Now I've got a brand new pack of bags, and this was like an already opened board bag. So I didn't even know how many were in there anyway. So, but I noticed there's another shortage on Silver Age boards. So once I run out of these, it's going to be a hunt to try and find it again.
Go on that. Try to check that website that I got these from, because they so they were called they Iconic Comics.
Oh, the one that Grod told you about.
Yeah, so they were grouse. $25. I got them for.
That's about the standard price for boards.
No, they're normally about 30.
These days,
30 or more now.
Ultra Pro ones go for like $40 to $60.
Yeah, Ultra Pros are normally about $40.
It's ridiculous.
I have never paid $40 for Ultra Pros. 25 to 30 at most.
Yeah, but that's silver. I'm talking about current. So
okay. You think it'd be more? Silver Age is bigger.
No, because they I don't think they aren't as popular.
Yeah.
I've got a regular thing up on eBay. Like you can get 100 Silver Age bags and boards for £20.99, which is the cheapest I've seen. So every now and again, I'll get one of them.
Oh, that beer's good.
It doesn't smell very nice.
Beer smells?
Beer does smell.
Yeah.
And now your breath is gonna smell like it all night. You're gonna be breathing in my face.
hops and malts. And...
You'll fall asleep before he will, so you don't have to worry about it.
No, I gotta go. But I'm gonna go to CAPTAINSARO. So, would you say, Gray?
I said it's a beautiful smell.
Not my thing.
The smell of beer.
Yeah, if you're not a beer drinker,
no,
then it can then it can smell funny.
What do you drink? Alco Pops.
I
don't really drink anymore.
I don't really drink. When I'm out, I enjoy a nice blue tingle cocktail.
A fruit tingle.
Fruit tingle. They're blue.
Okay.
They taste really good.
Blue.
But I don't drink. I drink strawberry.
No, that's not true. There was a little phase when we first started hanging out. She'd want to drink, so she would drink like we call them like vodka cruises, you know.
Yeah, because I was going through my life so hard. My boyfriend broke up with me, drinking all the time post breakup over 2 years ago.
Vodka cruises are lolly water.
They taste good, and because I don't drink, they get one of them will fuck me up.
One pot screamer. But
no, we went to the work Christmas party like two years ago, and she was smashing didn't you have shots or something?
I was drinking a heap of these absinthe drinks.
It wasn't just straight absinthe though. She couldn't do that. It was like some mixed absinthe shot or something.
Absinthe is deadly if you're bloody not much of a drinker. Don't go on absinthe.
I had 5 of them because we had a tab, and I drank 2 fruit tingles and 1 of this other drink.
You made it home alive.
But it's not the real absinthe.
No, it was absinthe was mixed with something, so it wasn't like a shot.
It was a cocktail.
It wasn't like that time I was on Old Wolf stream and I had 9 shots of absinthe and then threw up everywhere.
Yeah, absinthe it's got wormwood and it's got like a hallucinatory kind of.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We don't get the real one down here. Right. You can't get the real one down because it's illegal.
You can get the real one anywhere anymore.
You've still got your absinthe from the cupboard.
Yeah, well, it's because
you can get it in Europe. It's massive in Europe.
Okay. Yeah, it's still getting in Europe, I think. Me and my brother had one Christmas. Had a bit of it. You got to do the drinking ritual, haven't you? You got a spoon and you got a nice sugar lump or something, and you got to pour it over the sugar lump, something like that.
I've had that. I don't know if it was what was it? I went to a bar once, and I was at the bar. It was a really fancy bar with my friend, and I was waiting to order, and there was a couple next to me, and they ordered this crazy blue drink, and they did the sugar cube and the spoon, lit it up, and then the fire drops into the drink, and the drink goes on fire. And then I was watching the whole time, and I was like, "That's so awesome!" And the bartender's like, "Would you like, mate?" And I was like, "I want one of those."
Yeah.
and it was like $18 or something. There's about this much drink in there. Like they put in a glass like this tall.
Yeah.
There's about this much of this blue stuff in there. They put a sugar cube on this little spoon.
Green, not blue.
Well, this one was no. I don't know if it was absinthe. It was blue, but
he's colorblind.
They lit it was definitely blue. They lit the sugar cube, and the sugar cube drips into the drink, and the drink would go on fire. And then he stirs it out. He goes, and then you stir it out, and then drink it straight away. So stirred it, drank it, and man, my friend was like, "How was it?" And I was like, "You know that episode of The Simpsons where he drinks the Flamin' Mo?" And he goes, "Like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited." It was like that, but in like this section, all in here was just this crazy sensation I never had since.
It wasn't just a fireball.
No, it's not a fireball. Last time I had a fireball, I spewed on the table.
We always get a bottle of fireball, me and Lisa, for special occasions.
You don't want to. The day you get sick from drinking is the day you stop drinking. Like, since you don't drink anyway, like for people who drink all the time, they get to a point where they'll say, "Oh, I'm never drinking again," but then they'll drink again.
Yeah, 2 days later they drink again.
Yeah, I feel like for Sarah, because she doesn't really drink, I feel like if she got to that drunk, like you don't want to be at that point of drunk where you can't control yourself. That's what I hate. I don't like getting to that point. It's not a nice place to be.
You get past that point when you're in your 30s, like you've had enough of them nights. It's like, eventually you just learn not to do that again.
Yeah, but every now and then,
this shit.
Yeah, but exactly. Every now and then you're on fire, right? And then all of a sudden it hits you all at once. And it's normally once you've come home and you're sitting on the toilet, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh shit!" Like,
yeah,
paralyzed right now.
Last time I got Rat House was on Lisa's birthday a few years ago, and my mate who I hadn't seen for a while, he decided we was going to have like a bourbon chasers or something. So we're throwing back these bison grass or something, I can't remember what it's called, whilst drinking pints as well. Like, and yeah, next thing I know, I'm asleep at the bus stop. We wasn't even getting a bus home. We were walking home, and I was asleep at the bus stop outside the pub.
I can actually get to that stage pretty quickly now because, again, I don't drink as often as I used to. But sometimes if I don't drink enough water through the day and then I start hitting beers, after like 2 or 3 pints, I'll sometimes get to this point where I just start sweating. Like I get like hot flushes, and I feel like
it's the menopause, mate. It's the menopause.
You beat me to it.
I don't know. I think for me, like when it comes to, you know, going out drinking and everything, going to like bars and all that sort of things, I probably can't think of anything worse than like spending your Friday night out in one of those places.
Yeah, I can't bother with all that busy pub. Just get on my nerves. It's like if you got to wait like 20 minutes at the bar and you can't even hear people talking because there's loud music going on,
that's the one thing about gigs, Grace. So back in the day, obviously going to gigs, like I enjoyed going out for a smoke out in a beer garden, and you know you can chat out there. But when the bands are playing and people are coming up and like yelling in your ear, I can't understand anything they're saying.
I just pretend I've heard them because
I don't
like conversation anyway. So I don't want you shouting in my bloody ear and deafening me. But I tend to be quite solitary. So I go to a gig on my own, I stand on my own, and then I bugger off. Never, you know, don't really bother talking to anybody. But I used to like having a couple of cans on the train on the way up there because it's a lot bloody cheaper than buying in a pub. You know.
That's all we used to do. We used to you'd have like either a couple of beers or a couple of mixed drinks or something before you leave the house.
Yeah, a couple of train tinnies.
And then you'd go in, and then you might have 1 or 2 more drinks, and then that'd be it for the night. So you're not having like $100 night with like 3 drinks.
Yeah. Can you drive me to a gig on November the 5th?
What is it?
As the gig I want to go to, I'm going to get smashed. Just this punk gig that this band that hasn't played for like, I don't even know how long it's been since I saw them play, but they're doing a one night only show, and Luke's going to be playing guitar for them.
That's pretty cool.
The guitarist from my band is playing guitar for this band that we used to like love. So yeah, I want to go to that, but I don't think you could handle it. So.
Sweaty people whacking up.
Yeah, but my
favorite thing.
Gray, you know how I did that video where we filmed that Wasp tribute band?
Yeah.
So Sarah had never been to a gig. She kept calling it a concert, and I was like, "I'm not going to a concert." No, it's different. It's definitely different.
Yeah, we have to do it again this month. I'm so excited.
Like a big stage event, isn't it? A concert.
Yeah, so it was just well, this was just at a little bar, right?
Yeah.
So she freaked out when she got there. She was like, "I don't know what this is right now."
How did she enjoy the pit?
Yeah, no, I don't think she can handle. Well, have you ever been in the general admission at a concert?
No.
Okay.
So my Arctic Monkeys concert in January is going to be the first time I ever.
In general admission, are you with friends at least?
Yeah, I'm going with Jess and Liam.
Because if you've never been, and knowing you, it's pretty intense.
So 2 of my friends from Sydney, Jesse and Liam, they most weekends will go to kind of like small bands gigs, but they're like heavy metal gigs, like to the point with like people are dancing, but when I say dancing, they're just randomly like throwing their fists around.
Moshing.
That's not called moshing. It's called slam dancing.
It's crazy shit. Like,
yeah, well, that's what a gig is. That's what you do at a gig. You can't do that at a concert, because at a concert, what happens is there's so many people. As soon as the band comes out, you literally are just lost. You're like in water, lost at sea. Like you can't move because people are just like, you're getting carried by people because there's so many. It's something else.
That's why I always get seated at those things.
Yeah, so nowadays I do. Like at a big gig like that, I'd rather just sit down and enjoy the show than do general admission. If I'm a smaller gig, then
that's why I can't bother
anymore. There was a 3-day death metal festival on over the weekend. I didn't bother buying a ticket. I didn't even think about buying a ticket. I just can't be bothered standing up all bloody night. It's like too much. I'm martyred to my feet, so screw it.
Like Arctic, I've seen once before, and I had like really good seats for that. And then when they announced this concert, the two people I knew I was going to go with, they're all about like standing up, getting all up and close, all that sort of thing. And the cost of the ticket was the same price for this little grassed area right in front of the stage as it was for all like the seated ones. So I was like, fuck it. I may as well, I've never done it before. I may as well try it once. I'll be with two people that do it all the time. And it's for a band that like I genuinely love. So
yeah, but if you guys are like literally right at the front, it's going to be intense.
Yeah, you're
going to get squashed.
You're not going to see too much either.
I might leave like after the first 5 minutes. Who knows?
It's going to be a weird angle to see them out. I don't know. I'd rather. I remember going to gigs back in the like late 80s, early 90s, and it was like seated. And it was like, oh man, this is rubbish. All this sitting down. We want to be standing up. And then like about 20 years later, I went again to the same venue, and I took all the seats out. I'm like, oh man, where's the fucking seats gone? My feet's killing me.
Honestly, I prefer seats because like. I don't know. I've got non-functioning lungs. I get tired.
That's what I'm saying.
I just want to sit down.
You like if you're one of those people who say I get claustrophobic, you will feel claustrophobic when literally you are shoulder to shoulder and you get taken off your feet because people just start leaning one way.
No. Like I've like looked at how many tickets they sell for this area. It's not that crazy.
Yeah, hopefully they've got a respectable number, not a stupid number.
Yeah, I think this place that they're playing at, it's like a respectable.
That show there, the Motley Crue and Motorhead show I went to, that like literally as soon as the band came out, I was just like, whoa, like leaning. And literally, there's this little short dude next to me. He looked like a little Mexican gangster, you know, the moustache, had the singlet, it was all ripped, but he was real short. So we just like started getting just tossed around in this wave.
Yeah,
and I just
I
could just see his arm sticking out. I couldn't even see him anymore.
I don't get it. Like that.
Yeah. So the very first gig I went to was Monsters of Rock Donaton in 1988, and two people got crushed to death in the pit. Like, so you know, I wasn't sure what to say now. No, I don't want to worry Sarah, but you should be fine. I'm sure they've, you know, got the right numbers. It's not going to be dangerous.
What a way to go.
Yeah. At least
when you rather go and Panic at the Disco,
you'll be fine.
That'd be.
All right, I'm gonna back up. We'll get to the pub. See you later, guys.
Mate. Happy birthday. Have fun. Bye, Lisa.
See you later. Bye.
Cheers.
What were you saying? I get what?
You're very fragile, so you may get crushed.
I've got two bodyguards that won't let anything happen to me. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Because what you're better off to do, because I've been in those things as well, and I hate it as well. Like, it's all right if you are, like, literally first row. You can sort of lean on the fence a bit. And you'll feel the weight from behind, but at least you're right up front and you're not getting squashed from all sides.
I won't be up front. I know these guys won't make me, like, be anywhere that's, like, uncomfortable.
But generally what we do is we'll be at the back. So, like, if you go to somewhere like, you know, Etihad or MCG or something like that and you're on the ground, I usually wait like right at the back because obviously once the band comes out, everybody shoves to the front. So usually you can just, you know, sort of sit down on the bloody grass or on the ground at the back and you don't get worried about getting crushed.
Well, because so this is at Sydney Music Bowl. So it's not like there isn't space behind. It's literally this little area in front of the stage.
I've only been to my Music Bowl once for a gig. I saw Chili Peppers there, but we were right, like literally as far back as you could be at a concert. Lawn? Like at the very, like literally, like there was a fence that ends where you can actually be, and we're pretty much standing next to that fence.
Were you on the lawn?
I was on acid.
That's not what I'm asking.
I remember that.
An idiot. I said, are you on the lawn?
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
That's pretty much all the Sydney My Music Bowl is.
Nah, so if I can find.
What's going on, Gary B? At work.
Hey.
At smaller shows though, like that, you would get more of that slamming around, and it was like a thing. But you know what? Even though you go around trying to like slam into each other, like there was a thing of like if you knock the other person over, you'd sort of pick them up. You know, it was a bit of that. Every now and then you get some people having scuffles, but because I hate, like, you go to a hardcore gig, like where hardcore bands play, and they do that stupid bloody.
Oh, they do like the wall of death. This
like the kicking.
They
like some of them do these fucking kicking things,
Yeah,
and I'm like, there was one time I was just sitting there. I was like, my body was so tense because this guy's feet, like he kept doing these weird, crazy kung fu kicks, and I was just waiting for him. Like I was like, if he hits me, I'm gonna fucking tackle him.
When you get out of the way, that's just what they do with those things. They're so
no, but it's one of those ones where like there'll be like it's a small, like it'll be a bunch of bands that no one's heard of playing, and then you'll have these two guys who are just doing that. And it's like, man, hate it. I could never mosh. I'm the type of dude.
That's why I was glad when I went to see Disturbed that we had seats.
Is that it? There you go.
Oh, Pete, you missed Gray. You missed the birthday boy by a minute. Oh yeah, that's a very small area.
Yeah.
Okay.
VIP. I don't know.
What's going on, Louis?
Louis!
I don't know how well this will translate onto Simon. You see that little spot right in front of the stage?
The other side.
Yeah, I can sort of see it.
Yeah, that's the bit that I got tickets for.
Ah, special.
Actually, you know what? You know where else I was at the My Music Bowl for? The movie premiere.
Carols by Candlelight.
The movie premiere of fuck, what's it called again? What's that movie I was supposed to be in? What's the sequel to Interview with a Vampire? With
Queen of the Damned.
Yeah, Queen of the Damned. So I went, because all my mates obviously were in it, but I auditioned to be an extra and I got the part, but I didn't go to the filming dates, but I was still able to go.
Left. Woohoo!
Are you done?
I'm done.
Good job.
Charlize Theron was there.
You're going very slow.
Oh, yeah, well, there's also a bunch of books that I couldn't actually bag. So,
but I still need to buy more boards. Just so I'm ahead.
What other gigs have you been to, Spidey? I've never spoken about music with you.
Oh, I've been to Disturbed a couple of times. I've been to Foo Fighters a few times. I went to
Foo Fighters played that same night that I was at that Motley Crue Motorhead gig. They were right next door. So I think so that was at Vodafone, and I think they must have been playing
Amy Park,
Rod Laver or whatever.
Amy Park, the one with the honeycomb top.
I can't. No, it was right next door. I could have sworn they were at Rod Laver and we were at Vodafone.
Yeah, because we saw him. We saw him at Rod Laver and we saw him at the Amy Park one was awesome because that
would have been Rod Laver. Because apparently someone told me that Dave, well, what's his name again?
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl was like saying, "Hey, thanks for coming out, guys. But if I were you, I would have gone next door to see Motorhead." That's what he said.
Yeah, it might have been a different. But because I remember the Amy Park one was awesome because they had all these local bands. They had like 3-4 local bands first. Then they had Tenacious D. And then they had and then Foo Fighters came out and they did 3 encores. The whole thing went for like 7 hours.
I can't remember what happened. I think I was supposed to go see Tenacious D. I can't remember what happened to that. I don't think I ended up making it for some reason. I also bought a ticket to Cypress Hill and I didn't make it.
Just trying to think of who else I've seen. I've seen Megadeth.
Oh, where'd you see that? Where did you see them?
Oh, I was really young. Shit, that would have been in the.
Was that like a stadium show though, or like?
No.
Like a smaller, like the corner hotel or something.
I can't remember where it was.
Hi-Fi bar.
I think it might have been in one of the bars. I think they somehow like they were out here for some reason or promo tour or because they weren't playing any big shows.
So the hi-fi bars normally where like a reasonably big act will go, but they're not quite stadium big.
Or
is
it Viper?
I don't know.
Then they used to do gigs at Viper as well.
I know. I remember people talking about Viper, but I don't know what Viper is.
Yeah, Viper Room.
Yeah, club nights there. I remember. Sorry.
Actually, I think I might have even been Cherry Bar.
No way they would have played at Cherry Bar. Cherry Bar's tiny. There's no way Megadeth would have played at Cherry Bar. Unless Cherry Bar was a different location at one point.
Yeah, like, but the Cherry Bar, like that, you know, he always gets all the massive bands just popping because he's got massive connections. They just
I
pop in.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
they've had Kiss and Rolling Stones and all sorts of things play there.
Cherry Bar,
yeah,
but Cherry Bar's like my house is almost as big as Cherry Bar.
I'm pretty sure it's called Cherry. It's the one that's on
Akadaka Lane. Yeah,
Akadaka Lane. Yeah, Cherry Bar.
That place is small. Like it's a cool rock and roll venue, but like I'm talking like the stage, like the room area. Like my living room is about the size of what the standing area is for watching a band. It's tiny.
I got a feeling it might have been in Cherry Bar actually. I think.
The funniest gig that we played, so we played with the Exploited, who are like a pretty well-known punk band, and that was at the Hi-Fi Bar. So that was packed. Like that was the most packed show we ever played. But there was another gig that we played where we headlined the same venue because this guy organized the gig, and a week before the gig, he called us and said, "Hey, the venue shut down, so I need to find a new venue." I was like, "Okay." So then he got back to us like a week later, and he's like, "Oh, I got the Hi-Fi Bar. You guys are headlining at the Hi-Fi Bar." I was like, "The Hi-Fi Bar? That's massive." He's like, "Yeah, I need like X amount of people just to break even." So we headlined the Hi-Fi Bar on a Saturday night, and no one, like I'm talking up until we played, like once just before we got on, a bunch of people showed up to see us. But originally the gig was an all ages show. So literally when we first got there was just all these kids bands playing, and the only people there were their parents in this massive venue with no one there. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Oh, and I did say it was just pre-COVID too. Def Leppard came out to do the Hysteria tour where they played the whole album, like from start to finish.
That would have been at like a big venue. That
was a Rod Laver. But I tell you what, they were louder than Disturbed. Like it was almost like Disturbed had their amps up to 10 and these guys had them up to 20. It was everything. We were right at the back. Like we were seated. So they were up one end of Rod Laver. We were right up the other end of Rod Laver. And our ears were ringing no word for another week. It was that loud. But absolute brilliant concert though. Just trying to think who else I've seen.
At Rod Laver, the only stadium shows I really went to were like all those 80s sort of like I saw Judas Priest there, Iron Maiden there.
So I'd love to see Iron Maiden. Like I'm tempted to go and see Kiss, but
they're done. It's
over.
They just went with their last tour.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, because it's not.
Spewing. If I knew you would have gone, I would have gone because I was like, I would love to see Kiss one last time because they are. Like, if you haven't seen Kiss, or if you have seen Kiss,
I haven't seen them live.
They are the best live band you'll ever see in your life.
Like, the only problem that I don't like is, you got Paul and Gene, but it's not Ace and Peter. It's some fill-ins.
I think it was Peter. Peter Criss is the drummer, right? I'm pretty sure it was him. Ace Frehley's not there anymore. There's a new guy to replace him. But I'm pretty sure Peter Criss. I didn't
think it was Peter Criss anymore.
But dude, like if you haven't seen Kiss, like my God, they are definitely like I've seen them I think twice, and they are, and I always forget that they are the best live show I've ever been to. Like you know, if I ever say anyone else, it's because I'm forgetting about Kiss. Like they were just out of control. Like first time I saw them was at Rod Laver, and we're sitting at the back, like we're sitting. You know how you got the massive tennis court area?
Yeah.
And then you've got the seats. So we're sort of looking straight at the stage. And bloody Paul Stanley is like, "Hey, you guys at the back, I'm coming over to see you." And he jumps on this thing and he flies over the crowd and he's standing on the stage like right in front of us. I'm like, this is insane.
One of the best concerts I ever been to, and I'm not ashamed to say this, and I've seen her twice, is Pink.
Oh yeah.
Pink puts on an absolutely stunning show.
She does all that. What's the stuff where they like wrap the, in the wrap, in the.
Yeah, but she does the thing. She literally is in a harness and she goes from like one end of Rod Laver all the way across everybody to the other side, and she does that sort of stuff. And like she puts on an absolute, like I remember the second time we saw her, The second time we saw her, she opened up the show with Highway to Hell.
That's cool.
And she absolutely killed it.
He dated one of the guys from Rancid, which is really weird. You know what? They might have had more energy back in the 70s, but they pretty much do the same stuff. They do the flame thing where Gene does the
with the blood
and the blood, and they do all that stuff. And last time I saw them, they even played Crazy Nights. Oh my god. It was just
I love that song.
Yeah, because the first time I saw them, I was so upset that they didn't play it. And then the second time I saw them, I was like, there's no way they're going to play it now. And they played it. Couldn't believe it.
I think I still have that album too.
Yeah, I think I've got that on vinyl as well.
Nah, on CDs. I think I might have maybe 2 or 3 vinyls still floating around. Like, because Mum and Dad always used to love, because they still love vinyl and stuff like that. And I bought them a vinyl player. You remember, I bloody bought it from your work.
Did you?
Yeah. And yeah, like they love that sort of stuff, but I never really got into it.
Into vinyl? Or...
Yeah, into vinyl, yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? There is something about that vinyl sound. That's what people like. So these days, now you've got record players that have Bluetooth. So people are buying record players, and rather than having like a left and right bookshelf speaker or floor speaker, people are like Bluetoothing it to their little mini Bluetooth speakers, which I don't know. If
takes away the original sound.
Well, okay, that's a thing, right? So when I buy record, or when I used to collect records, I always wanted, kind of like comic books, I kind of wanted like an original pressing. I didn't like repressings and remastered stuff because I was always like, because all the bands I was listening to were like from the 80s and 90s, right? So I was like, I always like, I want to hear it the way it sounded back then. I don't want your remastered, repressed crap on your 180 gram vinyl. I want the bloody warped crap from Dixon's recyclables.
So if I find my old vinyls, do you want them?
Well, it depends what you got, man. I'm not just going to take crap. What have you got?
No, that's what I mean. I can't remember what I got. I know I've got one of the, I wouldn't say rare, but one of the lesser known Kiss albums. I think it was Killers. It's one of the lesser known ones.
You mean Dress to Kill?
No, just Killers.
Killers is Iron Maiden.
Yeah, I know Killers is Iron Maiden, but they did an album called Killers.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's just Killers. I need to find it. They'll be around somewhere.
Because
I've got Poison Open Up and Say R, I think.
I've got that. I've got a picture disc of that as well. I just remember I've got Love Gun by Kiss, the album, and the track list is not correct. Either the track list is not correct or the order on the record doesn't play right, because the order of the songs doesn't match the actual track list on the back.
Oh, that's odd.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I think I might only have like 2 or 3 vinyl. It's not a lot. I don't even know why I bought them, to be perfectly honest.
You're gonna say that about your comics one day, mate?
Never. Never.
That's what I'm starting to think, mate. Last week I was just in my room because I was trying to film in my filming room, and it's just I've got to step over piles of comics and boxes of comics. I'm like, what am I doing with all this? I'm never going to catch up on reading them all.
That's all right. I'll take that New Mutants 98 off you then.
No, that one's a keeper, mate. That was a gift. I'm not giving that one away or selling that one.
Wasn't a gift. It was a price tag.
I consider it a gift.
I'll get that book one day. I could have sworn I had it at one stage, though.
What's your next big boy book you're going to get?
Whatever I can come across. Well, I have a, I wouldn't say a big boy book, but I'd say I have a slightly, one of the ones that I've been wanting for a little while. I do have one coming. It's not a real big boy book, but it's a Silver Age key that I've wanted. Merc Publishing seems to be a little hot right now.
Not too sure what that is.
Might be a vinyl publishing company, maybe. I don't know.
So my mate who used to be in my band, we were thinking about this thing ages ago because he was talking to me about comic books and grading comic books, and we were talking about no one grades vinyls. Don't steal this idea, people. But it was like, imagine
trademark copyright.
But get this right. And I was saying, but the case, like a CGC case, for example, the case would be like a gatefold. So you would have the record cover in one side, and then you open it up, and you put the record on the other side. Ooh, that's money, that idea, right? But yeah, I think you need money to start that idea too. But that's a good idea. Grading vinyl. I was like, we should do that.
Well, if they can grade video games, grade toys, like they're grading toys, cards, comics, whatever else. Like they're grading video games in and out of the boxes and the cases. So
yeah, but the toys as well. The toys, they're really just grading the card on it.
Yeah, well, with the toys, it's just a big plastic case, and they're just putting whatever it is inside it. And
yeah, but what they're grading is the actual quality of the card, the backing card.
No, I'm talking about even Transformers, they came in boxes.
Okay, yeah, but again, they're going to be kind of grading.
Yeah, if it's a sealed box, then they'll be grading the outside of it.
Aren't they going to start grading shoes and stuff like that? Is that becoming a thing?
No, it wouldn't surprise me.
Grading shoes?
If Nick was in the chat, he'd be able to tell you.
See, and that's the thing, right? If they start grading shoes, if you've never worn them, they should automatically be a 10.
In theory, yeah. Though my original Jordan 5s would probably be a 0.5 because they've been worn about 1 million times, and they're been sitting in my cupboard for 10 years because I don't fit anymore.
I want to get some Jordans.
Yeah, I've been looking again, and I'm like, I can't justify spending $300 on a pair of shoes.
Yeah, but they're not $300 unless you want some crazy as long you can get regular Jordans when they come out, as long as they're not super popular for some reason.
Yeah, I'm talking about I want another pair of Air Jordans, not ones that are all the new stuff that you can buy for $150, $170 brand new. I'm talking about Jordan 5s, Jordan 9s, that sort of Jordans, not Jordan 0, 2.0 or all these other weird wacky ones.
Why don't you get the LJs? Have there ever been LJs?
Yeah, there's been LJs, but they were Converse.
Okay.
They did re-release them.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I remember that now.
Because you remember Edge, don't you?
Oh, Edge and brother Mark. Yeah, Mark and Edge. Yeah.
Because Edge worked for Converse for years.
Yeah.
And he I bumped into him and he's like, oh, you realize they've re-released LJs? And I'm like, oh, I'm so tempted. 9.8 pair of Gazes from Kmart. Gaze is a hack.
Does he really? No, he's not. He's Australian royalty.
He's a hack.
Andrew Gaze is the Australian Michael Jordan.
Gaze is an arrogant asshole.
But he's also is Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but he can be that.
Fucking Gaze in Australia.
Nah.
Remember when he went to the NBA? And he
got a minute here and 30 seconds there, and that was it.
He scored once, didn't he? Did he score once?
He got one 2-pointer, and that was it.
Yeah, probably a nice little layup.
That was a jump shot, I think.
Oh, really? Andrew Gaze. Who was the other big? Was there anyone who was even close to him as far as because he was the best, which is weird because he was this old guy with grey hair. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, probably in that era, there wasn't many that could rival his shooting. He was slow as hell. Because I played a couple of scratch matches against him at Albert Park.
What's a scratch match?
Just like what we used to do at St. Peter and St. Paul's. Just a scrimmage sort of game. I played a couple of games against him, at Albert Park, and he is slow. Doesn't mean he's not good. He can shoot the lights out, but he was slow.
Yeah, Shane Hill. I saw Shane Hill play. In fact, I think the first NBL game I went to, I feel like I know the Bullets played, and Shane Heal, he killed it. I can't remember if it was against the Tigers or not, though.
Shane Hill was Sydney Kings.
Sorry, Sydney King. No, Sydney. Yeah, you're right. Sydney King. Sorry, they played. Yeah. Who were the Bullets? Were they Bullets?
Yeah, that was Brisbane.
Okay. Because there was that moment when NBA was really hot down here, like in that 92, 93 Upper Deck era. Basketball was so hot here. Like NBL got really big because of the NBA. You know what I mean? So there was that season where I think the Tigers and the Magic were in the finals. And that was awesome, man. Like, that was so good. I feel like I'm running out of... I'm getting there. I'm nearly done.
Sarah gone to bed.
I think she might have. Are you in bed? She said no. But she said no from bed. All right.
Yeah,
I was wondering if I actually had enough books to get through all these. I don't think I do. I've got a feeling I'm going to have leftover, which is good.
Entertain the masses.
All right. So I have a statue unboxing coming out. I bought a new statue today. It is Star Wars related. Oh. Oh, shit. I hate when that happens. Anyone in the chat got any questions? What did I miss? Well, I missed a whole bunch of shit up here. Charlie's Theron in Hancock. Hancock's that Will Smith movie. I remember that. Oh, you know what movie I really want to watch? I don't know if it's a movie or a show. Someone help me out. There's that new Stallone thing that's coming out. Can't remember what it's called, but he plays like an old ex-superhero. Samaritan, I think it's called. I saw the trailer to that. That looks good. I'll watch that. Anyone else seen that trailer? Stallone, Samaritan. Well, I'm going to read this too. You don't want to read that? Because I originally bought it just for the cover, but after watching Prey, I feel like I might want to read some Predator. All right. You saw Super Pets. That's right. I reckon Super Pets would be awesome. I actually been saying for a long, long time that I had this weird dream casting of Batman, and my dream casting was always Keanu Reeves because I thought it was so out there. And then he plays Batman in Super Pets, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I wouldn't mind checking out Super Pets. Was there an end credit scene for Super Pets that leads into the whole that connects to the DCEU? Did Henry Cavill make an appearance in the end credits? Actually, Brendan, how do you feel, mate, about the villain is a pisser? Okay. How do you feel about DC fan? Did DC fandom get cancelled? According to Talking Pop Culture, DC fandom got cancelled. How do you feel being a Snyder Cat guy about that? This is the Samara cover. Anyone else read that yet? Love Everlasting. The Rock leaked the end credit because of low ticket sales. Hang on. The Rock leaked the end credit of Black Adam or of Super Pets? Because he's in both. I'm guessing he means Black because, yeah, didn't he say... Isn't Henry Cavill supposed to be in the end credit scene? Which is crazy. But I just don't understand why they would have to cancel fandom. It's insanity. Hey, over easy. Okay, end credits are Super Pets. Okay. He spoiled it. How dare he?
Told ya.
Twitch star over easy mode in the chat. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that.
And
That's cool.
I can only find 3. Like they're in shitty condition.
Was Stanley wearing a headband in that?
I got the best of the solo albums.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't Open Up and Say R. It was the bloody first one.
Oh yeah. Look what the cat dragged in. I've got that. I didn't know you were into all that music.
Yeah.
That's funny. I actually missed when Poison came down. I think they were playing with like Warrant or something like that.
That would have been a pretty cool concert.
I can't remember if it was Warrant. It was some other 80s band. And I was like, yeah. I don't think it was Poison. I think it was just Brett Michaels, maybe.
Mm. Yeah, because I would have loved to have seen Kiss, seen Iron Maiden, seen Poison, original Guns N' Roses lineup, not this mix match crap that they've got going now. Motley Crue.
Which Motley Crue show did you go to?
No, I would have loved to have. This is the ones I would have loved to have seen.
Oh, okay.
Metallica would have been a good show. Actually, I would have liked to have seen Metallica with the symphony.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
There's only a spider statue fan. Who knew?
Hashtag music guy. It's funny because Motley Crue, right? So the first time I saw them was good. I think it was that one where Motorhead played with them as well. And that was like their first tour in a long time. It was like their comeback tour. And that was pretty good. But the 2 other times I saw it, like, so they supported Kiss the second time I saw Kiss. And it was so funny, man, because it was a Kiss crowd there. So it was just funny to see no one gave a crap about Motley Crue. It was really weird. So Vince Neil would come out all overweight and be like, "Hey, what's going on, guys? You having a good time tonight?" And there'd be like one guy in the crowd like, "Woo!" It was really
was
weird.
that that post or pre Dr. Feelgood?
No, this is like I never saw them back then.
So this is like what? Oh, so this is like lot later.
This is like the revival. This is like when the revival.
Okay. Oh, so you said fat. Yeah, you said fat Vince Neil. So yeah. I thought it might have been like Girls Days or something like that.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Jason Momoa.
Who cares about DC?
The people. Hey,
Snyder
mate,
Cut
Marvel don't have a lot going on at the moment, mate. No one really cares about the crap they're releasing.
Yeah, but at least they're releasing crap.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've probably still got some old, because most my CDs is like, because you go through, like everything, you go through phases. Like I've still got a lot of my rap and R&B CDs. I've still got some of my like heavy metal and glam rock CDs and all that sort of stuff. And that's right, over easy mode. Pour some sugar on me. That Def Leppard concert was one of the best concerts I'd ever been to. Doing the whole Hysteria album was awesome. That's one of my all-time favorite albums. I can listen to that thing. I can listen to every single song on that album.
I was never really huge on Def Leppard up until more recently, I would say, just because there's some bands, like I like all those 80s bands, but I was never huge on the ones like Whitesnake and Def Leppard where they were kind of more ballad than rock. Like,
no, Whitesnake was ballad. Def Leppard was more like pop rock, maybe.
Yeah, it was just, it took a long time for me to eventually be like, you know what, whatever, I'm down to like, because there are days where I just want to listen to just nothing but power ballads, and those bands will come in handy. But
yeah, that's all Whitesnake was pretty much just power ballads.
Yeah, well, they had this one song called, I think it's called 1985, and that was a real rockin' song, but they didn't have enough of those, for me to really warrant liking them enough.
And then that's the thing, like, yeah, you go through sort of, it's either days or moods or things like that. Like some days you just want to listen to like some really hard Sinkovich cover. Some really like hard sort of death metal type stuff, and other times, but most of the time I just preferred like just the normal rock stuff, even you know, they used to call like Poison and Guns N' Roses and that heavy metal back in the day, which it never really was. But, you know, like that sort of stuff, I'd prefer something with a melody. Like, I hate that stuff that's like people are just, you know, deep in their voice and just, you know, doing that shit. I hated that stuff. Because it's like, it's not really, it's not melodic, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, well, I like that stuff because I can never be melodic, so.
Yeah, and that's why I love Disturbed, because Disturbed is hard, but the lead singer was actually classically trained, so he's actually got a really big range with his voice.
Well, what I was never huge on was vocalists who did that. Like, there's a lot of those big metal bands, like well-known ones, they would do the mixed vocals where the singer would do the deep growly metal voice, but then also sing melodic. And I always hated that for some reason. Maybe it was because I couldn't do it, but I just couldn't stand it when you mixed the two for some reason.
Yeah, well, I suppose the lead singer of Disturbed didn't really do it. Like, he'd do it sort of just like grunts and words in between. He'd still sing sort of normally and he'd change his voice, but he wouldn't do the grunting that you can't understand.
That's right. Did you see the $1 million comic?
$1 million comic.
Wait.
Facsimile.
No, it's real, legit. 9.8.
Yeah,
Found it at Chapel Street Bazaar.
Yeah, whatever. It wouldn't be bagged and boarded. That thing would be going off to get slabbed. Or it'd be in a safety deposit box.
I like how they're doing those facsimiles. It's really thick though. It almost struggled to fit in the bag, that one.
It's almost a square bound.
Yes, but not quite. All right, I'm getting there. I'm nearly done. I've only got a few more books to do. Yeah. Extreme killed their career with more than words. Yeah, but you know what? I like that song. I like More Than Words. It's a nice song. Don't tell me you don't like that song, Jay. I actually know what's funny. I was going to go to the shop today because I was out in High Point. I had to go to High Point to pick up this statue because they were one of the stores that had it in stock. Oh, no.
You didn't go to the same shop that we went to bloody buy Sarah's birthday present like that last time.
No. I went to Zing. Or EB, sorry.
Okay.
Or Zing, no, Zing. I went to Zing. It was like a Star Wars statue that I wanted. I'm going to run out of tape before I run out of the hexagon board. Yeah.
Use very small pieces.
I don't think the last part's actually sticky. Oh, no, it is.
It's a tiny little bit.
Oh, okay. Hey man, I was just saying I like a good ballad as well. How good? Yeah, I know that was a good fight. And Whitaker, whew, that was good stuff. I watched it live, the UFC this week because of Cover Slingers. I had to wake up at 3:30 and then 4:00 in the morning was Cover Slingers, and then after Cover Slingers I watched Only Slabs, and then I turned KO on and UFC was live because it was in Paris. I got to watch it live, which was kind of cool. Although I was so tired for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah,
I was wrecked. All right, I think this is the second last book before I'm out of tape. Didn't even think of that.
Sadly, Lee has cornered the market on tape in Australia. You will be paying big time for a roll from him. I thought Burke was the tape man. Hashtag Tapegate.
Tapegate.
Yeah, we did it around the mystery boxes, and like everybody complained because he like literally wrapped these things in tape, like excessively.
Was there pull tabs at least?
I can't remember that much, but I remember that like it was literally everything was bubble wrapped and it was just like round and around and round and round. It was absolutely nuts.
All right, I am done with my bagging and boarding because I am all out of tape. Should I smash another beer? I've only got one beer.
It's tape and fused.
Disgusting. All right, I might end it. Oh, look at that. 90 minutes on the dot almost. Anything you want to plug, Mad Spidey? You just released a video tonight?
I just released a video 2 or 3 hours ago. Go check it out. Go vote on the CBC Awards for both of us.
The link's in the description. I've got the link there for the CBC Awards. I've got a statue unboxing that will come out later in the week. I filmed it today, but I probably won't release it till later in the week because next year, Comic Book Community Awards, I'm coming for that title.
Yeah, because I think I've got it. No way in hell. I'm not going to win against freaking Gem Mint. No way.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will, because you got all of us are going to vote for you. So, and Gem Mint deleted that video. You lost a few points on deleting that video that he released. You see that?
I'd heard about it, but I didn't.
I watched the video of him just standing up for like the influencers and the flippers and stuff like that. And then a few days later, he removed it and was like, everyone saw the video. Why are you removing it for? Just release a video and say that, I don't know, whatever. Do what you want. Do what you will. It's your channel, not mine. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do some more. I'll probably do another artist series this week. Maybe another collectible show. See, I'll word that very carefully.
Yes. You better.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to have parcels be turning up, but nothing's turned up as of yet. So might do a mad mail call if some parcels turn up. Laughed at my meme about that video.
Circumstances doesn't hold back on anyone, mate. He just
lets it rip.
He does memes about everyone. No one is safe.
That sultry voice of his, all deep and mysterious.
All right, over Easy's left. He's twitching already. All right, I'm going to close down this. Thank you, anyone who hung out. We appreciate it. And make sure you check out Spidey's statue video now. I don't have a link to it, but vote for Mad Spidey and me. All right,
that's it.
See you guys. Peace.